Hi, I'm Bill Fukui with Page One Solutions, and for the last few segments we've been sharing some information and some strategies on lead generation. And originally we talked about how you can come up with a better offer and be creative with that offer. We also talked about when you have that great offer, what do we do on our website to create strong visual calls to action to get people to look into that offer and for you to promote it. The third thing we looked at was when they do click on that call to action, what do they do? Where do they go? What are you doing to help move that momentum that that call to action has in getting them to take the actions that you want them to? The last thing we're going to talk about today in terms of lead generation is your forms. When they get on those promotion page or on any page of your website, what are you doing with the forms? And most practices overlook this one aspect and just assume, a form is just a form and it's just a form for people to fill out stuff. And they really don't put a whole lot of thought into it, yet it's the one element that's going to make a huge difference in terms of their psyche, in terms of whether or not they're going to feel comfortable filling out, if they're going to get what they want when they send it, who it's going to go to, etc. So how your forms look make a big difference. So today's information is focusing in on really 9 tips that you can use to help look at your forms and improve the leads that you're generating from it. Some of the things that we're going to include in today's informative update is really the length of the forms. What kind of required fields are you going to put in there? Really evaluating what needs to be required and really the barriers of what required does or what that means to people that visit your site and how that becomes a barrier to them filling out certain fields. We'll also look at in terms of not just getting more leads but the quality of the leads, in terms of what do you need to do in order to not just get more leads. Sometimes the issue is about getting higher quality leads. And so there's strategies on forms for that as well. Things like even as simple as the submit button. Everybody sees the submit button on a form. Doesn't always have to say submit. There are some strategies to help improve and make your forms look different and make that submit button, or what I'm going to say, your ask button or your consultation button or whatever it's relating to the offer that you're wanting to promote, should be tied in with that submit button. You're going to get more leads that way, and it's going to make your form stand out more. There's also some strategies on credibility, on how do you, there are some concerns about when you're filling out a form, privacy and just the security of the information. There's always some anxiety when filling out a form. What do you do to develop more trust and credibility so that I'm going to fill out that form and trust you as well as this website? Another thing that I think is probably the most overlooked and the most important thing is your forms. People always assume that your forms have to generate emails. Forms can also enhance your ability to generate telephone calls, which we all know is the most valuable types of leads that a practice can generate. By making sure that you have and you promote your phone number in your forms, because those forms stand out on the page, hopefully. So by promoting your phone number in there strategically, you're going to actually end up getting more phone calls as a result of your form. There's also the strategy of relationship and rapport building. This entity of when I'm submitting this form, I don't know who it goes to. We need to do things to break down some of those social barriers and connect with people long before they ever pick up the phone or even send that email. There are strategies to help convert more visitors because of the relationship and the rapport that you build with them. And lastly, the 9th tip is on tracking. You really can't improve the leads or the conversion ratio that you get if you don't track your leads and if you're not tracking the ratio of visitors that you need to generate, in order to get that one lead. How many visitors does it take to come to your website in order for you to generate leads? And your forms can help improve that ratio, so you don't necessarily need to generate more traffic in order to get more leads. So in any case, read through the update. I hope you find it very informative. I think there's some good tips in there. And if you like what we have in our updates, feel free to share it with other people. I encourage you, because mainly they would enjoy getting that material and appreciate you sending it to it. And you know what? So will I. So help me out, send it out, and we'll see you on the web more frequently. Thanks.